Get the cup up. All right, y'all, we live, man. Y'all know how we do. I had to go live on this subject. Uh, Shedeur Sanders, man, he wasn't drafted. On top of that, he wasn't drafted. He got prank called. I'm gonna go over this video with him getting prank called. Let me let everybody get into the chat though. Yeah, I ain't like this. I ain't like this at all. I should have let y'all know, my bad. Let me let everybody know I'm going live, bro. Yeah, they prank called Shedeur. I'm gonna play this clip. I may have to edit it. But check this out. They prank called Shedeur. It was about one, two, it was three quarterbacks went ahead of him. Check this out. Trey. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Ready to go.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Why don't you get up and stand right here?
Yeah, they sure look legendary.
Ready to go.
What does that mean?
What? What do you say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
I don't know what that was. It's 50-50. But nobody got this number though.
You have that number.
Nobody. It's a private number.
What the fuck was that?
What do you say?
Nah, nobody has his number though.
I mean, nobody got the number. Listen to what he said.
Ready to go.
What does that mean?
What? What do you say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
That was
I
from
don't
the
know what that
NFL
was.
itself.
It's 50-50.
So somebody called in and told him you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. You know, just rubbing it in with Prime. I think they're doing this intentionally, in my opinion. But these three quarterbacks, I showed y'all a picture of the other quarterback. We know this is done intentionally. I think they getting that prime time for him. I think he said a team he didn't want to go to, but that's still messed up that they called that man. They recorded it and told him he got to wait a little longer. So we gonna have to get our own NFL. It's sorry to tell people that, but we gonna have to get our own NFL. You know, like Trev was in the comment on my post, and he said that we're gonna have to get our own NFL. They don't respect us having our confidence and just wanting to build our brand. He got this brand legendary that he trying to build, and they not having it. Okay, they want you to wear a suit and tie. You know, they want you to do things how they want to do things. And that's the problem. But I don't think we gonna really, this ain't enough, I don't think, to get people to be like, look, man, we boycotting this NFL. But they definitely playing with them. I feel bad for them. But you trying to get into these people establishment. So this how it is when you try to get into these people establishment. Do y'all think he not gonna get drafted at all? I want to know, like, y'all ain't come in. Let me play this again, man. They prank called the dude. Check this out.
Hold on. Here we go.
Everybody getting ready to celebrate.
Yeah, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Ready to go.
Dad screaming.
No, for sure.
Why don't you get up and stand right here?
Yeah, they sure look legendary.
Ready to go.
What does that mean? What? What did he say? I don't know. How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone? You heard that?
So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
So he said he's gonna have to wait a little longer. I want to know see what Shedeur Sanders say, but I think he gonna get drafted tomorrow. But if he don't get drafted tomorrow, definitely the team they put a APP out on him and said, "Look, don't draft him. Don't even draft this dude." Salute, T Beezy. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think they put an APP out on him and don't draft him, but I just think it's messed up how they did him. But this is what should do it. Let me let y'all see. This is what people are saying. Now they trying to make it seem like that the quarterback from Louisville is like better than him, which I never even heard of the dude. But check this out. I'm gonna show y'all what Colin Kaepernick. I mean, not Colin Kaepernick. Check this out. Now they gonna push the narrative. They're not gonna say exactly how they feel. I think the NFL did that because he only had the number to the NFL, so the NFL definitely leaked it out because they the only ones that had the number is the team. So they like trying to act like somebody just did it out the blue. But check
So,
this out.
let me tell you something. It's never a bad message to tell your kids
This is what they want
be
him to
humble.
know.
Humility works in the summer. It works in the fall. Humility works in the spring. Humility works in the winter.
Anytime you see them get a white dude to come out and talk about it, this is the real message that they're trying to send to Deion and his son. They're trying to be humble. Why they didn't tell Eli Manning and when Manning said he didn't want to go to this team, he didn't want to go to that team.
Don't
He ain't
gas
say
your
nothing.
kids up too much. It didn't really bother me when they retired Shedeur Sanders' number, but he is a 500 quarterback who couldn't get drafted in the first round. It's a little much. Everything is something. Nothing is everything. Shedeur
You see how he talking? It's like
Sanders didn't get drafted. There's multiple reports. Well, cocky, whatevs. But I'm watching his draft room, and the word legendary is all over the draft room.
They
I'm like,
just
can we just pull the temperature down a little? It's not the end of the world. If he had Caleb Williams' talent, nobody would.
it's the fact that he's trying to build his own brand around this. It's deeper than they just trying to say in legendary. Y'all just if that man feel he's legendary. Why would you be caring about that? You want a legendary quarterback. You want your quarterback to feel like he's legendary.
I guess, care. But the whole thing is like, bro, you wore New York Giant cleats. Remember when he wore the New York Giant cleats? Like, can we just... Humility's not... I know in society, everybody loves the TikTok watch thing. You know who doesn't apparently love it? NFL executives. You're drafting employees. That's all these teams are doing. They're drafting employees. Did you notice the two players in the first round that moved up about 10 spots? What a shock. Two A++ character guys. The receiver from Ohio State. We talked about this all week. A++.
Now he hangs around. His best friend is the number 1 overall quarterback that got drafted. And they I'll say he's better than him a little bit, but they right there, bro. They train together, practice together, they do everything together. They're not too far off in talent from him and the number 1 quarterback. I don't see how he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. You can't tell nobody who watch football and say, dang, he's not a top 10.
Character, humble, hardworking.
He got all
everybody that I have as a source. Loved that kid. Not just the player,
So now they trying to say that this man wasn't hardworking, humble, or none of this. They just trying to change the narrative. They don't like us like just branding ourselves.
loved that kid. Shocking. He went from middle of the second round to middle of the first over the last month and a half. What a shock. Great player, but checks all the boxes.
Even if y'all watch that video I showed y'all when Deion, the lady asked Deion, man, you got your whole signing bonus on your neck, because Deion had all the jewelry on his chain. They didn't like when Deion was on that. Deion told them people, look, man, if he would have drafted me, they would have had to put some money on layaway. I would have asked for so much money. They didn't like a black man talking like that to them. They don't like that kind of energy. They want you to be happy to just be in the league. Oh my gosh, I got drafted. Oh my gosh. They don't want you to say, look, I don't want to play for you. I don't want to play for you. I play for you. I play for you. They don't want you like having this kind of confidence like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get drafted the way they talking right now.
You know, the other kid that moved up about half a round was Tyler Booker, the guard the Dallas Cowboys got. Team captain. Unbelievable passion. How do you know?
Now he trying to compare these guys, right? And not trying to say like you trying to knock Shedeur Sanders like he wasn't a good leader, he wasn't a good team player, like all off of this legendary stuff, off of his brand. They don't want to keep it real. But we need to keep coming with our own brand. Don't let these people knock you off your
not
pivot.
Love that kid. I mean, how do you not want that kid on your team? I'm never going to criticize any player who cares that much about being drafted. I want to buy that guy's jersey. I wish he wasn't a guard. It would be cool.
Yeah, him, bro.
I mean, but who are the guys that moved up in the draft? Team captains. I mean, there was Joel Klatt talking about a story yesterday about Igbuka. He could have gone to the NFL last year. He would have been a 4th round pick, but he could have gone, but he wanted to stay. He wanted to.
So they're gonna get all of these guys gonna be pushing the narrative in the media because they don't want to make it seem like the real reason why they didn't draft him. But you had the quarterback that went in the 2nd round from the Saints. That was just obvious. Then I'm getting texts, everybody like, yeah, bro, they trying to blackball. So even if he get in there, they're not gonna want him to start. They're gonna have him behind a player. It's like it's already bad for him. Like he gonna have to just be amazing to just
be part of the great Ohio State receiver lineage. He wanted to help the new kid from Alabama, Jeremiah Smith, the great receiver they have, like work his way into the Buckeyes. Like that stuff matters. You are drafting employees. Can we just go back in society where hard work matters and humility's not uncool? I know you're going to race to TikTok and you got all your stuff on TikTok. It's not the end of the world. I don't really care. If you have great talent, I'm drafting you. But like something has happened in America where can we just have, is humility the worst thing?
They
That's
want us
legendary everywhere. How about you play a game? One. Just give me one game. And then you can put legendary all over your house. I don't care.
Bro, listen, this man is Deion's son. Why you not? He got the same energy that Deion got. Why would he have anything less? This is Deion 2.0. The fact that they're upset, that's the problem, because he already made it. It don't even matter. He made it. He's going to be an NFL player for a long time. It's just these white people upset.
And I'm not rooting against the kid. I like Shedeur Sanders.
Who is rooting against him?
I think he's good.
Yeah,
I like him more than Jackson Dart. I may be in the minority. I'll get to the Giants pick. I mean, I like him. I would have drafted him. I needed a quarterback. I think he's bigger than people think. I think he's got good mechanics. I think he's super accurate. I think he's pretty good. I think accuracy really matters. So
what does him wanting to be legendary got to do with you not wanting to accept him? If all his attributes add up, right? Why would you not want to draft him because he's saying he's legendary? That don't even make sense to me, bro. But I'm going to go over what he said. But
as I watch the thing, look who got drafted higher than you thought. And look at some of the guys who fall. And I do think there is something to be said. This NIL thing is going to be tricky. Because guys come in now and they can throw their own parties and buy their own stuff, and that's fine. I don't resent any of that stuff. I'm not anti-anybody. But listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers are desperate for a quarterback, and they moved. They said not interested. I mean, that and Mike Tomlin's about as player-friendly as anybody in the league. So it's just let me just say this again. Everything with a quarterback is something. Nothing's everything. But don't listen to the young media that's always pro player. Everything with quarterbacks, on all the texts I get for my entire career, everything with quarterbacks, you are judged differently. It's all something. May not be everything. It's something. And so I think Shedeur's going to go very early today. Jackson Dart, I'll get to that in a second. But it's wildly fun. My lead today, though, was these teams that draft at the top every year. I cannot believe Jacksonville took that swing with all first-time people in the building. I had a NFL executive that sent me a laugh emoji after that pick. And
Colin is basically saying just because the man's saying he legendary, what does that have to do with you're trying to draft talent? If somebody's saying he legendary, you know he come from his son is Deion. You know what Deion said, and his when he got drafted, he was hoping a team ain't draft him because he said, man, you're gonna have to put that money on layaway. I'm just saying that doesn't make a big enough reason for me not to draft somebody that's talented, that's supposed to go in the first round. That's all I'm saying.
To me and said he is not on at least 5 boards I know of. And again, James Pierce could end up being a good player. Yeah. He's a very good player. But you giving up a first-round pick in a better draft? What are we doing here?
I actually like what Atlanta did, getting 2 pass rushers, shopping in the SEC where they have the best pass rushers. But, Colin, let me make a quick point about this Travis Hunter trade. So you know how sometimes we as guys like to signal to women like, hey, I've got a Porsche or I've got a big truck. I'm signaling to you what kind of guy I am. I think Jacksonville was signaling to everybody else, hey, we're going to be cool. We're going to go get Travis Hunter. Everybody loves this generational talent.
Great player.
We're not the international Jaguars, the team that has to play in London every year. We're cool. We're relevant. I don't care that we're giving up a 2026 first, but we're a cool team now that we've got Travis Hunter. Listen, I don't love that strategy.
No, I'm not hating on the player. Travis Hunter's a good player, but you are a franchise that coach, GM, coordinators, you don't even know your personnel that well.
Is he going to be Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? I don't think so. But
well, I think he's going to be an excellent NFL player, and I am rooting for him, and I can't wait to watch him.
No, that's the cover-up that they say. Oh, I'm rooting for him, but I can't wait. But they're mad the fact that he's calling himself legendary. But when Eli Manning did the same thing, they weren't saying that. What's up, Trail? What you think about Shedeur, man? How they doing that boy, man? They blackballing him, bro. I say, man, if they didn't have us and our swag, they wouldn't even have football, bro. If you look up all the greatest football players, they had to get them from the hood. Because this guy came up, his dad was already successful, so he gonna come in with his brand. He's gonna come in with his legendary stuff. He's just, why would somebody care? That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even care about that if he could play. But this is my opinion. But you know how them white boys be.
But I mean, everybody wanted, hey, we're gonna make the draft exciting. Just make it smart. The teams drafting at the top, they need players. They don't need fun and exciting. They need more players. I mean, you look at Philadelphia's roster, Detroit's roster, Baltimore's roster, the Rams roster. I mean, the Rams, by the way, why did they move back? Well, they wanted Colston Lovely. They wanted the tight end for the Raiders, Bowers, last year. McVay is looking to upgrade at tight end. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams' first pick today is a tight end or a corner.
Fannin from Bowling Green.
Yeah, I mean, they want a tight end. They wanted to, so they thought about it.
Basically.
But they moved down. Why? Because they want the teams at the bottom of the draft have very few needs.
You saying that this regular, like, I feel like it's deeper. This is why I feel like it's deeper, because they didn't like him branding himself already. You know, he branded the legendary. You know, he came in like his dad. I don't think they liked the way his dad came in. Let me show y'all that clip, bro. How his dad came into the league. They didn't like that. You could tell how they was answering his dad. how they was answering his dad, like, man, you wore your whole signing bonus. Let me pull that up. Deion Sanders drafted. My bad, Deion Sanders. Check this out. They don't like us. Well, check this out.
During football season, a lot of pub.
Signing bonus.
No more sales.
Decided what number he's going to wear. What number is that, Deion?
21. We had to get a 2 in there somewhere, so I think we chose unanimous decision. We're going 21.
You just said this is your mom sitting next to you. You said
like
she's my very rich mom. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
No more sales. No more.
Look how she talking to him.
We get a big house. We always been wanting. We get everything we want now.
Looks like you're wearing your signing bonus here. I mean, and plus we have we can see the nice primetime logo already, or what?
We got sweatsuits started, jackets started, everything. We got it going on. Man. Everybody got on jewelry. Even the baby got a little something. We ready now.
Even the baby has jewelry. Your feelings about going to Atlanta? No doubt it was your first preference.
Definitely. Atlanta or Tampa Bay. And Atlanta chose me, and I'm very pleased with that decision. I can't wait to get to town with Coach Campbell and get with them fans down there and pack them in there.
When Detroit took the other Sanders, I saw a big grin come across your face.
I was so happy. I was kind of scared. I thought Detroit was going to take me. I would have asked for so much money that they had to put me on layaway.
On layaway, no baseball.
See how they don't like that, like him having all that confidence. And y'all don't remember that Charleston White tried to get him to humble Deion Sanders. Because Charleston White been saying some foul stuff about Deion. But the most foul stuff he said was he said Deion used to sell coke back in the days in Atlanta and Tampa, and he just tried to make Deion seem like he ain't a good person. But I think that, we gonna have to, even Trump said something about Shedeur not being drafted. Let y'all see that. But he probably already knew. He probably was like in on it. He knew he wasn't going to get drafted. But this is what Trump said. Trump is talking about Trump knew he wasn't going to get drafted, and I guess he was going to talk about it. So Trump calls NFL owners stupid for not taking Shedeur Sanders in first round. He put President Trump harshly criticized NFL franchises for not drafting Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders in the first round, Thursday's draft, calling all 32 team owners stupid. Sanders, the son of Hall of Fame Deion Sanders, was not taken amongst the first 32 picks, while many mock drafts had Shedeur going in the first round, often to Pittsburgh Steelers at 21. There was not a wide consensus he would be a first-round pick. What's wrong with the NFL owners? Are they stupid? Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social. Deion Sanders was a great college football player and was an even greater in the NFL. He's also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore, Shedeur, his quarterback son, has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should be picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck, Shedeur, and say hello to your wonderful father. So I think Trump knew something. Trump already knew what time it was. But they definitely humbled him because Shedeur did say on X, he said he's grateful. So I guess that was probably what they wanted him to say, man. Be grateful to be in the NFL. What you put, Trump? You said the NFL won't let Trump be a team owner when he tried to buy the bill. Oh yeah, I heard about that. So he may be going at them, but if he don't get drafted at all, it's gonna be like, then I'm gonna be like, hey, this is crazy. Meanwhile, watching all those first round white boys swagger to the podium, laughable. That's what I'm saying, bro. You hit it right there. I mean, guys that I know they ain't bet. Listen, they not better than that man, Shedeur. We know that for a fact. They trying to humble him, but I think this is a bad look for the NFL, in my opinion. But I don't want people to shy away from coming to the NFL trying to brand yourself. See, he's coming from NIL where he getting NIL money. They already like marketing products. They already making millions from NIL. So now when you go into the NFL, you can kind of still market yourself, but they don't like that in the NFL. They want you to be like NFL first. But he didn't come from them genes, in my opinion. So I don't like this NFL. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, but this definitely gonna make other players, be like, man, I don't want to mess up my money because he was making, bro. If he would have been a first round pick, yeah, you're right. It is, but that's how these guys make a income. But we don't see no NFL players do nothing like be impactful. Muhammad Ali was the only person I remember. It's probably some more out there. But Muhammad Ali, he was standing on business. Even being an athlete, he was standing on business of the people. You said you wouldn't be shocked if he didn't even get drafted. You put the NFL as fake, huh? I'm finna show y'all how much money he lost though. But I mean, he's straight anyway. How much do first round draft picks make? I mean, he gonna be getting. He may make less than he made in college. I mean, from going to the fourth round, that's like the money is like peanuts. Colin Kaepernick, Spike Lee second. Okay, yeah. I mean, Colin did a little protest, a little something, but I mean, I don't know, man. I can't put him in the same breath as Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was like, but you saying Colin Kaepernick, he did the knee. Yeah, he brought awareness to something. I guess you can say he did something. But first round picks are projected to make a significant amount of money, with the total contract value ranging from approximately $13 million to $43 million. Based on their draft position, the first pick, Cam Ward, is projected to sign a deal worth over $40 million, while the 32nd pick will earn just north of $13 million. So now if you look at how much do fourth round draft picks make, right? So in the 2025 draft, fourth round picks generally receive contracts valued around $4.5 million to $4.8 million. The first pick in the fourth round might sign a contract approximately $4.72 million with the signing bonus of $887,000. So he went from, let's say if he was a last pick in the first round, $13 million in 4 years to $4 million. What you putting in me? Y'all ain't gonna agree with my comment, but sports is slavery. No, it is, man. Look, I'm just pointing this out on what it is, but it definitely is slavery. Hollywood, the movies, All of it. All of it, man. You see, I got canceled NFL. I stopped really watching sports, man. I watch it occasionally, like, but I'm not watching sports like that. But the owners own the black players. They reference are the peacekeepers, and the coaches are the overseers. I believe, man. Yeah, it is, man. It is a form of slavery. That's why they got to measure you up and all it is. It definitely is. That's why they're acting like this. This is why. This is kind of my point. That's why they're doing this to him, because he tried to come into the league with his own brand and branding himself, and he's a product of their product. You feel me? And he's not acting like that. See, Deion was bigger than himself. Deion was like a trendsetter on what he did. You know, he was so talented, and back in them days, he could play a multiple sports. So he could say, man, I ain't playing in the NFL. I go play baseball. You know, he could have played with him like that, but nobody don't have the power that Deion had back in them days, man. But even some of them white boys, they'll say, don't draft me. Eli Manning, but they don't get a black players that same thing. I agree with you. I stopped watching sports 8 years ago. Deion was that thing back in the day. Yeah. The way he talked, because people don't understand, Deion was a trendsetter, man. And they didn't like that. They didn't like how Deion was. But did you see how Charleston White? I'm gonna let y'all hear how Charleston White go after Deion. Like, he said Deion was a drug dealer, which I heard that rumor too. In Florida, that's why he wanted to go to Atlanta or Tampa. I'm gonna let y'all see this. Talking about Deion being a drug dealer. And I think they sent him at him. They tried to humble Deion way before with Charleston White, and he never responded. The NFL could have still thrived without Prime. Yeah, definitely. This is a Kaepernick case. Yeah, I think it's a Kaepernick case. I do feel like they would have survived without Deion, but it's just Deion was almost bigger than the program, bro. You know, he had the music, he had the flash, he played all kind of sports. It was like all white ownership NFL, right? No black ownership. And even if they get one, I don't care. Like, they may get somebody to come in there. That don't mean nothing. Because they'll do that. It's like a DEI, you know. To some point, they're going to get a black owner in there, and it ain't still going to mean nothing. What's up, Avatar? Then why watch? That's why, man, I don't watch it, bro. I'm not into that sport, man. Ever since, I think it was probably about 2-3 years ago, I was just like, I don't know what it was, but I'm just not into it. But I do want to see the young brothers that's coming up, because they don't understand what it is. I think Shedeur don't understand that this is a slave plantation. He ain't understanding that, you know, you got to be in line. So he going in there trying to brand himself, calling himself legendary, and he don't understand how this works. We will get a black pope before we get a black NFL owner. Yeah, man. But think about this though. This is just like the rap industry. We don't own. You know how much money we could bring in to the community, bro? If we had ours, if it was sports was ours, if we was like, you know what? Look, we ain't doing this, bro. Sports is us. We gonna control our players. We gonna have to have our own, bro. Do you know how much finances, bro, we would be having? Like it'll be over with. If you look at music, if you look at sports, like those supposed to be our industries. No doubt about it. We need to start our own football league like how Ice Cube did with his basketball. That'll be dope. I would love to do that, bro. Have our own football league. The only problem is Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson play both sports. Lawrence Taylor, them three were beasts. Yeah. But I'm saying is we supposed to have our own thing, our own NFL, bro. Our own football league. There's no reason why we have to comply with these old owners. In my opinion, there's no reason why I feel like we got to be on their rules no more. We got enough money. We got trillions. We spend $1 trillion a year. We don't need them. These black ball players are walking ATMs for pale females. They are told not to date, marry, or companions with black women. Dang. Yeah. That's crazy, man. You put leave American football and go FIFA. Trev said it really ain't no we because the rich people in our lineage aren't unified as long as they work for the slave master. That's the problem, man. That's the issue, bro. People don't take pride in being independent. Right now, bro, you need to be independent. I don't care who want to sign your business or who want to, like, being independent is the only way we going to get somewhere. Yeah, FIFA ain't. We got to have our own league. That's the only way. I don't think Ice Cube owned that league. I'm sorry to tell y'all the truth, bro. This is why I think Ice Cube don't own the big three. Or if he do, he already signed with them people. He asked them people to go do another Friday. And they gave him permission. So I'm saying, bro, like you wouldn't even be going through all of that. Like I hate to see brothers that be on that. Athletes are vetting when they are very young, so they won't select athletes that would like to be owners. Yeah. Deion should have definitely been all of them big time players should have definitely been owners, bro. All our older guys, they should have been owners, man. Work for the slave master, marry Becky, died, and leave the money to the ops. That's what they do. But you got people like Wallow going out here talking about, hey man, don't it ain't about, but don't support nobody because you're black. I just support good business. But he ain't gonna talk about taxes and all of this, all of the system that the service they doing. It's like you skip over all of that and you going way down to black businesses. I just Googled it. He doesn't own the big three, for real. You see what I'm saying? Ice Cube is a front, bro. And this is what they do to us, bro. They use these people. I don't care if he's involved. They use our people and they be having us thinking we own it. That's the best way to, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. I thought he owned the big three. But he coming out with the movie the next Friday, and for him saying, yes, they finally let this go through. I'm like, bro, why is you begging these people for, why is you gotta ask these people for permission? How many movies you drop? You know, it's like, it's just weird to me. But I'm gonna show y'all, I did check out that movie, Sinners. You know, y'all, it was saying it's a black thing. It's a black movie. And I'm like, okay, let me check it out. Get this screen up. So Trell Jackson put me on the movie. He was like, bruh, you gotta check out the movie. I'm gonna have to cut this out and do a video on it. But Trell was like, yo, check the movie out, man, and you know, let me know what you think. Oh, you saying he did own it, but he no longer owns it. So is this movie, The Sinners, is that really a black, did black people really make that and own that? Is Sinners own? Let me put, y'all let me know in the chat if y'all find it before me. It's directed by black stars. It's not entirely owned by black people. See? And what I be saying, bro. And I grew up with older ball players back in the day. Back in the 60s. Deion was not a drug dealer. Charleston White is a Sambo slave pale folks. Look at his name. For real, man. Yeah, he went on talking about Deion was fronting people drugs in Atlanta and all of this, but talk to him. Sinners was fire to me. Yeah, I liked it, bro. But just like you said, if you Google it, Warner Brothers own it. So my point is, if Warner Brothers own it, finally caught alive. Shout out to you, Aisha, for tapping in. I'll be checking you on TikTok. Now, the Yiddish ones own it. This is what I'm saying. Trill. The reason why I watched it, because Trill was like, yo, it's a black movie. You know, I would have never watched the movie. But I'm thinking to myself, it's black on, you know, damn, let me, you know, check it out. Now, the movie was good, you know. I like how it had a little black empowerment. I like how the movie started, and you know, the white dude asked him, hey man, what y'all trying to do? Like, y'all trying to buy this or what? Do y'all got the money? And they had to pull it, they had to get the guns ready. You know, it pumped me up. It had me thinking like, okay, you know, it's saying they standing up to him. But this is how they be playing on our emotions for real, bro. It's like what the movie was entirely, what movie that was entirely owned by black people made it to the white tethers. I think Master P movies. Y'all Google that and check it out. Did Master P, I know Spike Lee owned his movies. We did have some black ownership now, bro. We ain't finna act like we ain't doing that. What black producers own their movies? Got Spike Lee, Q Vision. They say Q Vision, but this is my thing, right? They could have owned it, right? Yeah, Tyler Perry owns this movie. That's what they say on Google. They could have owned it, right? But sometimes it be fronts, bro. We can't fall for. We can't fall for. I'm gonna let y'all see. We can't fall for the black face sometimes. Sometimes they put the black face up there just to. What you meant to the white tethers? So these are the guys that they said really own their stuff. Will Packer, Girls Trip, Think Like a Man. In addition, notable black-owned production companies include Overbrook Entertainment, Array, 40 Acres in the Moor, Oprah's Harpo Productions. These are examples of growing presence of black-owned production companies in film industries, allowing for more diverse storytelling and representation. So, but like you said, I don't trust because they talking about Ice Cube that made it to the white theaters. I thought you said right, that made it to the white theaters. Not many, brother. It ain't many of them. It ain't many of them, man. But this is how they shape minds, though. I was watching something, and George Soros, but he dictates what they put in the movies and stuff like that. For real, I feel you. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think all of them they had to get it because that's where the money at, bro. It ain't no money being independent, you know. The money is, where they at because they wanna put a twist on it, bro. They want to put some, put a couple gay people in there. They want to put different. I remember when I was watching something and they said back in the days they used to put cigarettes in movies because the cigarette companies was paying the movies money for that marketing because they wanted everybody smoking cigarettes. So if you go back and watch movies, they have all people was on smoking cigarettes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but the movie center, let's get back on the movie centers. It was good. But I'm on now. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm on us having our own stuff 100%. No backing. I don't know. I ain't with that no more. We got enough funds. We got enough money to do our own stuff, bro. Because then I feel like we being compromised. I feel like you putting certain stuff in the movie that's gonna have an agenda to it. The only way I'm gonna feel, even if you probably don't, because I mean, but that's facts. That's just how I feel, man. But the movie, it has some good scenes in there. But you can't say that, they were standing on business. I think that if real people own media, I think that we would have our media would show more people that is doing excellent things, great stories. Because our people is gonna want to pass down great information to our people. They ain't gonna have everything about slaves and have everything about this, how they doing it. I don't think it would be like that. Yeah, Medea promotes an agenda. I agree, bro. If you ain't promoting the agenda, you will never be in Regal AMC. Bruh, it's a YouTube channel. I forget the dude's name, but he breaks down even the boys in the hood. If you break down when they said you want to see a dead body and they went over there, everything makes sense because it's programming, bruh. It's promoting the agenda. these movies, they not showing us too much movies of success and people doing great things so we can see that and be like, okay, let's take down them. They not gonna do that because of the deal with Ryan Coogler, as he can get paid for the rest of his life off the sinners. He became the owner after 25 years. Let me see. He would get all royalties, merchandise, and streaming. He can get paid for the rest of his life off sinners. He became the owner after 25 years. Okay. Well, but that's what I'm saying. They have to promote a certain kind of agenda, bro. Them people is not gonna let you go into their movies. Just like they ain't gonna let Shedeur Sanders go into the NFL promoting his own agenda on how to do things, because it's gonna cause a conflict of interest. If we see one movie where they doing this and they doing that, we're gonna want all the movies. Look up his deal. It's a rare deal, but it's a one movie deal. Okay, so they gave him a one movie deal. But Trev, do you think, I haven't been seeing a lot of movies. I mean, the last movie I seen before this was probably that black movie was the NWA. I remember seeing that. But what I'm saying is, do you think, Trev, that this movie, Sinners, did it have any agendas in it that you seen when you watched it? Did you see any agendas in it? Most of our people are on FBA football league. Unite, put bags together. It's not that hard to unite. For real, it's not, bro. They make it seem like it's hard for us to unite, but it's not that hard. Yeah, we got to look up his deal. After maturity like bloods. No, after maturity like bombs. But all I'm saying is, bro, I want to know, the movie industry won't exist like the rap industry. It will be streamed, the movies, for 0. Get the likes up, chat. Appreciate that, bro. For real, man. But Trev, I want to know, you watched the movie. Do you feel like it had an agenda in the movie Sinners? Or do you feel like it was like, if I was writing a movie, if I had to put a movie out, I would put some stuff out. I ain't gonna lie, I did see a documentary about one of the guys in the music industry. I can't think of his name. He passed away too, but he used to look out for black people in the music industry. I did see that one. You put, by land ownership. 95% of FBA players, period. Put your money together for FBA football league now. For real, bro. That's what we got to be on something of getting our own stuff, bro. I'm tired of like seeing our people got to be, it's 2025. It's like, I seen the voodoo agenda, but I rather that so people will become knowledgeable about it than the LGBT agenda. Yeah, I agree. Put slowly but surely. Yeah, man, we coming on. There's people talking about this, bro. Talking about our ownership, but we run to the money so much, man. The mixed couple was deadly and happy and eternal. Yeah, when he was I did see him with the white woman. I did see that. Big spenders is predictive. Nah, I never checked. I never heard of that one. But they did have a little bit of the white woman in there. But it was crazy when she was in there eating the dude up. She was a vampire biting his neck, and he shot her, and I thought she was gone. And she got up and he still shooting her. I'm like, it kind of made me like, bro, we can't even get rid of these people. MF the NFL. Hey, bro, research the lawsuit from Brian Flores versus the NFL. Update us on the case, please. For real, I'm glad you brought that up. He's back in the NFL, so I think he settled, bro. He had to settle because he's in the NFL. That's a good one though. Brian Flores filed a lawsuit. Let me let y'all see this. You said you're a movie head, fam. I mean, I'm with you, bro. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it if you could peep it out, but it's a lot of stuff in there. So the lawsuit included claims that against the NFL, Miami Dolphins, New York Giants, Denver Broncos, Houston Tech. Flores seeks to represent a class of black coaches and executives who he claims were also discriminated against. The NFL discrimination hiring process and his termination as the Dolphins head coach. The lawsuit is currently in litigation, with the judge ruling that the claims can proceed to trial. Flores' allegations include unfair treatment by the Dolphins, sham interviews by other teams. So it's still in litigation. But that's a good one because he did sue the NFL. But it's tough, bro. Like, you got to think, bro. We're suing them in their courts. Like, it's not going to work. Like, they have their courts. That's their courts. I'm sure it's going to do a little something, but it's like, I don't see how you going to sue somebody into their system. I think everything is in cahoots. So it's like, even if you do sue these people, you got to go to their judges, their court system, which there's already control. It's just hard for me to feel like just because you got to do something better than sue. You got to be like, look, I'm a cut off your money. If you can do that, that'll have more power. But suing them people is like, I don't know. I just don't feel like they control that too. You know, they the people who be suing people. I'm a real film study tape head. Yeah. Film study, dope. We once had our own baseball league. Yeah, we did. Football league, basketball league, the New York Renaissance, also known as Harlem Renaissance, was the first all-black professional basketball team. You're right, bro. But see, what happened is they pay COINTELPRO. And they crash our stuff, bro, on purpose because they know the money. That's how we get to where we at today. That's why I can't stand when them white conservatives go on and they talk about the black communities. They talk about how black people are doing right now. When they need to take control of it. They need to say, look, this is what white supremacy in this is doing. They're controlling this. They know our neighborhoods is like this because they're benefiting off of it. They want to keep just pointing at the black people. Like, look at y'all, bro. Y'all doing this. Y'all doing that. Like, they not want to point at the real people who at the top who is involved in this. They want to be scared and just say it's black people. They ain't gonna say Soros. They ain't gonna mention these names of these people who at the top that's really controlling and getting a lot of money from this. That's what I don't like. It's like they'll just point at the black people who doing all of this. Like, how can we come from in the 1920s having airports, prosperous, having land, farmland, foods, all of this, and then we come to this to where we killing each other, hurting each other, and all of this when we got drugs in the community? It's like, bro, you can't pee on me and tell me it's raining. The communities is working just how they wanted to work, bro. And it's working like that for a reason. They're benefiting from it. Just like with rap. When rap came out, it was political. We was talking about politics. We was talking about trying to change the system. Then next thing you know, gangster stuff came out. It's like, dang, how we just switch like that? We are being infiltrated, bro. It's not us, bro. Black people got nothing to do with this. This is people that's infiltrating it. They had something with MK Ultra in 1951 where they was playing mind games on people, bro. Like what we got today is this is the benefit of all of that. This is how they want it to be. And we need more people calling it out, bro. Because if we keep saying, oh, it's black people, they doing this, it's just them. It's like we'll never get to the root of the problem, man. And that's what be making me mad, hearing people on the line talking like that. Like, bro, and they be smart. I know y'all smarter than that. I know y'all understand history and everything that happens in the drugs, where they had the CIA was involved in the drugs. With Rick Ross had the drug dealer Rick Ross had to tell on some police officers and stuff like that. It's like the history is there. We know they are in cahoots. Everything is against us. But nobody talks about it. They just point out the black people. You put my favorite part in the movie Gremlins is when the young Americanized China boy went against his granddad and sold Mago out to the white man. This shit is real. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, it's a reason, bro. You put Larry June, Currency, Primo Back, Butcher B, Cole, good hip hop support for real. NFL collusion. Yeah, I mean, bro, I be wanting to support it, but it's like we got to get on talking. We got to get back to being a threat. We got to be dangerous, bro. We can't be like, we got to be doing stuff that they be like, man, this is dangerous to the system. It's like, we got to be doing something like that. We can't just be, it has to be dangerous. It's like, they got to want to shut you down. We got to be used to doing stuff like that. Like, if they not shutting you down or they not trying to, we ain't doing that. In my opinion, bro. Can't wait to get back on the mic. I want to know what y'all think, bro. I feel like if they not, we seen what Darhart Perry was saying. He was like, bro, they got a library full of our information, what we like, what we don't like, our music. It's like, that's the only way. So it is some brothers out there that's probably saying some good hip hop, but they not dangerous enough, bro. Like, you know who dangerous? What's that dude name? That rapper, bro. He a positive rapper. I forget his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He came from he out of Louisiana or something. He got the I forget his name, but yeah, man, we got to support our own. We got to build our own. We got to build our own independent stuff. Start wearing Kyrie sneakers. That could work. I heard he got a black manufacturer that manufactures shoes and stuff. That's a good start. But I don't even want to wear nobody brand name clothes no more, bro. Like, I ain't trying to be sponsoring their gear. For real. I want to sponsor our gear. But I don't want to be sponsoring none of these none of these institutions. But yeah, we definitely got to build our own. So moral to this is, if you seen as independents trying to start your own, they're going to try to cut you out. Ninja's always bringing up somebody past. Learn something from Deion. Support your male children to be great, like Mr. Sanders. Don't just talk about it, and have our talk unity amongst us. From the Deion support. Learn from Deion. Support your male children to be great, like Mr. Sanders. Yeah, for real. But we definitely got to support them to be great, right? We got to support them to be great independently, too. If we study them like they study us. D1, yeah, D1, that's him. He could say a little, but he do be talking about the people being destructive to us. For real. The snow roaches, aka bunnies, back in the day, used to think I got this currency vibe. I was younger man then. I have no offspring by Snow Bunny as a grown man. Don't bed them. It's a bad look, man. Y'all seen that video I dropped, man. Shout out to Desi Banks, man. I like that skit he did. He put Deion as self-made. Yeah. I guess you could say that. Cause he kind of predicted how he wanted to get paid and who he wanted to get paid by. So he would have got paid from anybody because he was just that talented. But Deion never had a snow bunny too, though. But playing the sport don't make you great. Y'all gotta watch battle rap. There is some positive rappers. My favorite is Daylight, Loaded Lux, Murder Mook. Bro, I ain't saying that it is some positive, but I want that dangerous, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I heard a rapper who that's kind of new. He was rapping dangerous, like really saying something, bro, that's gonna shake some stuff up. Let me put lead of cocaine alone. What? We ain't on that. Oh, you talking about you talking about what playing the sport don't make you great? Self-made is cap. Damn, that's how you feel? You ain't self-made? Sir says Snow Bunnies and Ling Ling. What that is? Put Snow Bunnies and Ling Ling. Cocaine, aka white girl. Man, I think that's a white thing, man. I don't think black people really be on that cocaine like that. This rap music has destroyed our children's mind and some adults who listen to that garbage. We need to get back to positive messages, music like we had back in the day. You put Ling Ling as Asian women. Yeah, man, we gotta keep our bloodline. You feel me? Ling Lings. Put those action movies aside. Aisha put those action movies from the 70s had them. You have the craziest troll. What, Aisha? I had the craziest troll. Oh, maybe trolling on me. You put Deion ain't self-made. Bro, this is why, I mean, Deion predicted where he wanted to go. It was like, look, I only want to go here. So what's self-made to you then? Let me give me an idea. Facts, Avatar, our own financial structure. What FBA? Let me see what Avatar saying. What should the FBA's main focus when it comes to building our own systems like the white people? Finance, loans. We need to be able to. I'm gonna put this together too. I'm gonna put this in our chat. Y'all need to join our Discord too, where we go over subject matter stuff like this. I think we need to start with our finance company, to where we got a money in a pool and we finance the things that we need. Like, I feel like that's a first step that's gonna get us to where we gotta go. We shouldn't be loaning from nobody. We shouldn't take no loans, but nowhere but from us. I think that's the main thing that'll get us. We got to be able to finance things that we need with our own dollars. Like right now, we got this Soros guy. He's funding black people. He's giving black people money to do stuff. We can't have that. And I think that's a mental thing where we'll think that we need somebody to give us some money. No, like we can come together and we can build our own finance. Trev, what you think? He put Department of Government Efficiency said how. He put lean worth the experience. Yo. That's funny, man. That's funny. I got a story. I ain't even finna get on that story though, bro. But it'll be going way off. But you agree. Deion is formidable, self-made. He is his own franchise. I mean, if it wasn't for the NFL and the MLB, though, I don't think Deion would have been able to prosper like that. He did get money out of these systems. We don't see much people that could get money in our system only and self-made and build our systems. Yeah, I agree, bro. It's hard to say you self-made. So would you say drug dealers back in the day, because there was a time when drug dealers was going straight to like sources out of the country. There was probably the most self-made people, I would say, that had the money like that. I can't take a female serious if she light skinned. Sorry. There you go, Joyce Adams. I appreciate you for tapping in. Unity amongst us. Stop all the rah-rah. Put action behind all the talk and help bring about a change. You make a change, you do it. Stop worrying about these people and you help to change things. Okay, I got to put yours on there, Joyce. Joyce, we do, man. Look, you need the support. I'm finna put my Joyce. Come in our Discord. We need people that's trying to make something. I'm finna send this to you, and you hit the link, and you know, because we do bring up some good stuff, man. I'm trying to. I like this finance idea that I just came up with. So we need some movers and shakers to help us put this together. Let me copy this. Because I like the energy, but we got to come together somewhere. I mean, we can't keep doing this. We definitely need unity. Tulsa, self-made are the drug dealers I think of the past, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, the past. I ain't talking about the new, because I think it's all controlled, but You put drug dealers were self-made at the determinant of the community. I mean, you got to think about it like this too, though. We still go to the white man for his drugs, the opioids and all of them medicine they got us taking. People don't understand that they were drugs for real that people took. Cocaine was like something that people took, like it was a drug that they used, bro. So I think if you talking about drugs, you have to talk. If you gonna take the white man drug, you gotta say that's the same thing. That's detriment. If you pop a Tylenol, if you do anything for anything you use, bro, if you gonna talk about what's detriment to the community, these drugs is detriment that the white man, opioids, all of this stuff they had. We can't act like what black people would, because we ain't really make them. We just knew about them and was like, okay, you know, it's something that you can use. But I'm not a person that, I do think all drugs are a detriment if you're not using them right. You know, it could be a detriment, but it's certain drugs that you can use that, you know, for health reasons that you can use that could be right. But you got to say the white people drugs too, bro. They just found a way to master it. Like they mastered it to where they on point with it. You know, you got to get prescriptions because now they got India making all our drugs for medications and stuff. The United States buys it from India and upcharges it. So they charging so much for medication, bro. So it's like we got to hold all of 100 people suffer from one to succeed. And I'm guilty of yeah, me too, man. We all, you know, guilty of it. But I'm saying that we still got to put the drugs that's out here that you can get legally, bro, prescriptions for. I'm saying it's being handled in a different way. You wouldn't say that's detriment because the way that it's being handled. But truth be told, all of that is the same stuff. It's just our people, and people was abusing, they were abusing the way they was using these drugs. They wasn't using them for health reasons. United States that cannibalizes the weak ones in the community, drug dealer and alpha and junkies were betas. I agree. But I want to know, Trev, do you think prescription drugs that they have now that's out, will you say that's detriment? Because it's people that's addicted to them. Like that's the new drugs right now. Like they coming out with that. Like would you say fentanyl? They using that stuff. They create the laws, though we suffer the consequences of the law. Right. Yeah. You put every community in the United States that cannibalizes the weak. Poison, for real. It is poison, man. I be watching Yahweh Awakening, and he be talking about how like it's different stuff that you don't even have to use drugs. I agree with that, bro. Yeah, you ain't a status if you take pop off Tylenols or you taking some opioids coming from the counter. We don't look at that as the same, but that's destroying your body. But you will look at a drug dealer who dealing cocaine or heroin and stuff like that, and we'll like his image, it'll be so worse than them people at Purdue University that's making all them opioids and people and kids is dying. Mm-hmm. But I get it. But they're not teaching us real health ways that we don't have to use those drugs. Some people think they gotta use this stuff, like they gotta take this medication. Bro, they got black people taking medication every day until they die. Like it's people that think that they gotta take pills and stuff every day until they die. You know, no herbs. They ain't talking about nothing natural, no teas to drink, Nothing that's, they just got a thing, and it's every day what you gonna take. And this is mostly in the black community. And we still dying. They feeding us all this medication and stuff, and we still got the worst, we the sickest, we still be dying. And it's like, bro, they servicing us. They just have us paying money to take this medication, and it's not doing nothing, bro. Because it's not curing. We at a point right now where we got technology so good that they could cure stuff. Fentanyl is used before a woman gives birth, if I remember correctly. Dang. That's deep, bro. I don't know, but that's deep. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. It's called the epidermal. They probably switched up the name. It's called the epidermal. No, for real, for real. That's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. They monetize it. But even them drugs is coming from, it's from the earth, like coca leaves. All of that stuff is being made. In the Rolling Stone interview, 1970s, Gaston, the CEO of Merck Pharmaceutical, stated that his lifelong dream is to make prescription drugs for healthy people. Think about what he said. Oh, it's people healthy as shit, and they taking all this medication. Bro, placebo. Think about, listen, they don't even use this in the hospital. Placebo effect. They said that they used to do fake surgeries, bro. Fake stuff, like make you think that they fixed something that you did, and people would sell their mind that they feel like it worked, and it would really work, because your mind would send it to your body, and you would think it really worked. Man, that's the first thing I'm trying, bro. I would try placebo. Like, let your mind be sold that you know what I'm saying, first. A fake, something fake, and let your mind think that you cured yourself. They say that works more than medications. I don't eat like my ancestors. Soul food is not for the soul. Make drugs for healthy people. That was probably when they started making that cocaine and stuff. I get where you going with that. Making drugs for healthy people. Why would healthy people need drugs? That money. Yeah. Healthy people don't need drugs. That's why I'm saying, man, we got to get to, we're going to have to cut off the whole industry, man. But we got to start small. I like what Joyce said. Definitely looking into starting small. But that money, exactly. Yeah, man, you making sales. And this is why, if we would have had our own, us integrating really messed us up, because we would have had our own medication. We would have been doing our own research. They couldn't have fooled us. You get what I'm saying? They have to, this is how you got to have poor people. When you got poor people, they're easily going to do stuff, rather than a town that people that got their own stuff together. It's going to be hard for you to like convince them. That's why Black Wall Street, all our 200 cities, prominent cities, had to be burnt down, because there's no way. You can't trick nobody who getting money and getting rich and, getting wiser. It's hard. But somebody that's struggling, not worrying about certain things, But yeah, y'all. So yeah, the movie Centers was good, but when you linking up with SETI, man, I've been trying to link up with your boy, man, big homie CC. I'm finna reach out to Don B, but I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna stick back to linking back up to these guys, but sometimes it be seeming like me, like I don't know what these dudes be on, man. But I definitely got to link up with SETI. He shouted me out. Capitalism made money more important than life. Tyler Race, it's way messed up. Shut up, man. Tyler in the chat. It's way messes up. Yeah, them drugs, man. That's what I'm telling y'all. Them drugs is, I don't trust them. But they gonna subscribe you. You know how they do, man. They gonna subscribe you any medication that they can keep making money off of. Like they got these things now where they got a long, and they got the days on it: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know, because I test water. I go in people's house and I see that, and I'm like, how can you be taking all of these pills, bro? All of these different pills. How could you be taking all of them? The lady was like, this for this. She was just going over explaining me what everything is. So what about 19 Keys? 19 Keys is good. I'm gonna reach out to him. For real. It's expensive now to eat healthy. Yeah, because over there in the UK, they have it to where it's not as expensive to like it's expensive to eat unhealthy. But this is the unhealthiest country. We got obesity. It's a lot of stuff going on here, man. But we gotta tackle it one day at a time, man. He's put trail big facts. Capitalism made money more important than life. That's the key. If you can get poor people to want money, and they want your money. Like, think about it. If you made money and people wanted your money, like, it's crazy. You can get anything you want, you know. You can get anything you want, bro. You see the text I sent you where all the YouTubers and podcasts are gonna be in Atlanta. Yeah, man, that's tomorrow. I wish I would have knew about that earlier, Trail. Sanders is the best you've seen this year. Oh yeah, I mean it's the only thing I seen this year though. I ain't see no movie. Well, I did see with my son. I did see the Dog Man movie. I showed y'all a little skit of that where the officer was with the other woman and was like, that was deep. I was seeing the little subliminals in there. I don't even like them watching movies, bro, because they have so much subliminals that go to the unconscious mind. Like you don't even know, but it's a subliminal, but it's for the unconscious mind. So you don't really understand what it's doing, but it's going into your conscious, and you may think this is okay. But Dog Man was good. But best TV series I seen this year, dope. You put 19, want 10K. Dang. We ain't doing that on Water Guard TV, man. I'm gonna have to interview some low people, you heard? I'm gonna see what SETI them talking about. Man, big homie CC was, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do it. He just been throwing me out. It's crazy. 10K for you to, for me to talk to you, that's crazy. I ain't doing that, fam. But I respect they hustle though, them making money like that. Go ahead and get your money. They giving you 10 bands a show. You like a rapper. Going crazy, you doing tours. I seen that with my oldest. Yeah, dog, man. Yeah. Did you see how the officer was with the woman in the and it was like, it was something. I took a video of it. I recorded some of it. Put Go on Officer Tatum podcast. Officer Tatum, no, I mean, I wish he would have me, because I would want to know, are you smart enough to know who's running the Democratic Party and how they got control of the black community like that? I'm tired of people pointing at it. He's getting so screwed, bro. Who you say getting screwed, Tyler? You talking about what's the boy name? Quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. I've been canceled the NFL. Kids can't even watch cartoon. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, them cartoons, it's controlled. I'm telling you, George Soros, this is what he do. He makes it so they put certain subliminals into these movies, for kid movies too, bro. It's like, it's deep. But I be hating for my kids even watching that stuff, because I know it's doing something to their subconscious mind. I want it to be pure. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, though. It's just me. People be saying I'm weird. Bro, why you weird, man? Let them, they could just watch some TV. I'm like, I want to know that our Hollywood cares about developing our kids, right? Like, bro, over there in China, they be pushing their kids up, bro. Like, they be knowing how to clean a gun and do all kind of stuff, bro. Shit, if it ain't water, I want 1K to talk. DOC. This stuff was my youngest child theme. She too big for that now. Yeah. Yeah, man, but we're gonna see what they doing for Shedeur tomorrow. If I'm giving someone 10K, they better be able to make me 20K off of that investment. For real. Then it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense, man. But if he ain't making no money, I don't know what 10K like. But he got people paying it, so it must be doing something for him, I guess some people try to buy the audience as well, so. But I just got to start small. I do want to get some people on the show, though. But I'm talking that, like I want to ask real questions, call out real names. You know what I mean? I don't like people who pick at low-hanging fruit. Don't pick at no low-hanging fruit, bro. It's people at the top that's trying to. I was reading something about just groups that was doing things coming together. Cartoons controlled by the LGBT. Right now, yeah. I agree, bro. Right now, definitely. That's why I homeschool, man. I don't trust the school systems, bro. With my kids' education, bro. I can't have them get indoctrinated, bro. Too much weird stuff. Been like that since 2019. It's like too much weird stuff, man. You FBA, you should be able to hold a conversation from A to Z, even with MAGA. Yeah, I mean, I can hold a conversation. I'm gonna ask them the right questions because I know that they're smart. So you gotta know what I'm talking about is true, no matter who you is. Like you gotta know that this is a system and it's being generated. Is money being generated, bro? Like, let's call names out. It's like they don't want to. People don't be want to call names out. Hollywood is controlled by the Baphomet. Yeah, bro. For real, no money attached. I'm with you. I'm with you on that, man. People take L's to break into the industry, but water anti-industry. You say I'm anti-industry, man. I guess, bro. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to it, bro. I just feel like we can call out names and really get to the bottom of the line and stuff, but people don't. I feel like they don't call out the names and get to the bottom line. It is a few people out there that be doing it. Shut up, Papa Duck. Yeah, Trump be doing some things too. But you know what? When he was sending that money to Israel, I'm like, dang, bro, like keep all our money, cut everybody off. That's the only thing I'm like, bro, cut everybody off. You know, but that's biased for me to say because I want us to get some money. So who am I, man? I'm anti, like you said, I'm anti-industry, bro. Like, cut everything off. That's good. He arresting these judges, though. They need to get out of the people in the streets, and they need to get to the people in the politics. It was a guy that was a politician, just got 7 years in prison, and I'm sure it's a lot more of them. I think it's more significant crime done in politics than it is in the streets. It's like they want crime to be in the streets so they could do this backhand stuff that we don't know about. You know, there's places and countries where there's no crime. I don't mind taking the L to break into the industry though, but like you said, like break into the industry, it makes me feel like I'm compromising myself. Like from the heart, no money attached for real. We trying to like, I know the way I'm talking. I got to sponsor myself. That's why I got my own water treatment business. I'm trying to push. I'm sponsoring myself. I ain't really, you know, I want to get to some guys that sponsor my water business though, to be like, yo, shout me out on one of your videos. I'm gonna look into jumping into that. For real. You're right. It got to be people from the bottom to call that out. I'm with you on that, Trail. It's too sweet for them. Why would they want? They like, nah, man, it's working good for me. I'm at the top. I ain't trying to lose my money. So, but that's how it is. That's how it is, man. What ritual are you fearful if you break into the? No, I'm saying how he's saying break into the industry is like, I don't get like what industry I'm trying to break in. You know, just trying to be a voice for the bottom. So it's like I'm just speaking to people. So what industry? I don't get, like, even trying to break into an industry to me, like I'm in the water industry, you know. So for me to get big enough to where I'm in every state or something, like that's the industry I'm, you know. That's the industry I'm trying to get into. Well, I'm in it, but I'm trying to get bigger in it. But right, that's what you saying. Like, ain't nobody in position gonna come in here and they know what I'm talking about. I want to know what you know. I want to know, do you know what's going on? I want to know, do you know about the corruption that's done? You know, I want you to speak on that. I don't think people want to speak on that. Voice from the bottom. If you are gonna die eventually, what are you really losing to telling the truth? Sound like they low key protecting the higher ups. That's what I'm saying. Like even a guy like Charleston White, bro, I feel like he's put here for a reason, you know. He fit all of the stuff, 501c3s. He put Shedeur is DEI, didn't earn it. That's how you feel about Shedeur? I mean, I don't know, man. I think he kind of earned it, bro. I think his dad put him in position. That's like saying I sold a guy a water system and he was doing like this video and visuals for 30 years and his dad left it to him and now he left it to his son. So I don't know how, you know, will you feel like if your dad passed you down a career and you doing that career, would you feel like you didn't earn it? Because that's happening into the everyday world. Where's Lena Lenny? Travis Hunter dumped. Did he? I don't know, man. That would have been a good move if he did. I seen Lil Wayne, but I ain't see her. That was weird. I'm like, dang, I seen Lil Wayne, but I ain't see her. Sometimes you gotta cut the women off, man. He went bunny hopping. But some people don't know no different, bro. Yeah, if you put your kids in the right position, I can't say that they didn't earn it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that got businesses that pass businesses down to their kids. I can't say that them kids didn't earn it. They was in the business right with their dad for years, you know? Like my son know about water. They know about water and they've been in the water industry. I can't say that if you put in the work, you earned it, bro. I don't care how you got there or who you got to put you on. Like, you earned it. You was in that field. You was in the industry doing it. So he definitely earned his way. But you can't tell me that Louisville quarterback is better than Shedeur Sanders. Put Shedeur's like Trump kid. The team won. Yeah, they won one game. You're right. I'm saying he got talent, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and say the man trained with Tom Brady. He you know, he got the talent. I can't knock that. He definitely got that. Somebody hit my thing and said they been canceled the NFL. Yeah, I think soon as when they mastered that legal betting, that's when they made betting legal. That's crazy. Pete Rose, that's his name. Pete Rose got banned from sports from betting. That lets you know that they didn't have control of it. That's why you couldn't gamble and bet back then. Everything is by control, bro. Bro, Shannon financial assets that he earned over the years are getting rent. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. He was signing that $100 million. I don't even think they're gonna go through with that $100 million because his name is like. I don't even think they're gonna go through with that because it's like I don't think they're gonna feel like it's profitable anymore. Why is it okay for Manning and not for Sanders? Exactly. Manning, they say they didn't call Manning a DEI, but they're gonna call Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, bro. You know, in our industry, you get called Silver Spoon. I remember a dude told me that in the hood just because my dad was in the streets. He was getting money when I was a kid. He used to get me Jordans and stuff. And it was a dude that couldn't get like his dad wasn't buying him shoes like that. And he figured just because I had new shoes on and stuff in the hood looking fresh, like I got it or I made it. And like, we be so small minded, bro. Shannon brand is damaged. Yeah, his brand is damaged goods. He losing, bro. He should have just, he probably was better off paying them $50 million and keeping this hush hush. He probably would have been straight. Or not, because a lot of people was gonna come out. But now when it got public, it's more beneficial to the lawyers now because there's more people gonna come out. Yeah, he got fired from ESPN too, bro. So I think ESPN was like, look, bro, tell them you stepping down. It wasn't like, who want to do that? Like, why would you cut off your money source after you know you going through some crazy? Is you gonna step down from Club Shay Shay? Like, are you gonna stop doing the thing you got with Ocho Cinco? Like, who is gonna go through a legal battle and cut off their incomes? That don't make sense, bro. I'm finna still go to work. Just because you suing me, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have to take off. This is crazy. No, ESPN was like, look, bro, you gonna have to tell them people you gonna sit down. You gonna step down so we can, or we gonna have to tell them for you. We don't want to damage your brand. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they wanted him to step down. They didn't want that controversy. People going to YouTube like, how can y'all have a woman sexual assaulter in there and you still having him on the show? They get all of them complaints. So that's how the game go for us, man. That's just how the game go for us, bro. But he definitely cooked, man. But I feel like he wasn't doing nothing anyway. He wasn't trying to put us in position or anything like that. So it wasn't like, I think he was more working for them people. I think they used him. But it's crazy that she told him. It's crazy. She told him what was gonna happen and he didn't want to believe him. If I was Shannon, media consultant, I would tell Shannon to go camera and tell the truth. I'm a multimillionaire, international playboy. Act like you know. Hey, them people don't want to hear that. He was trying to they don't want to hear that, bro. You got woman, and it's crazy because Shaq was on TV saying he got 4 white women in his house. I was watching a video that was like, bro, Shaq got 4 white women in his house living in there. A black girl was saying that. She interviewed him. Like, damn, he doing it like that? Bunny hopping for real. But you know, Shaq a Mason. Shaq a Mason, bro. So you a Mason, man. You got different things. He said a nigga who grew up on Smokey Robinson versus a female who grew up on Sexy Red. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, Shaq got 4 of them, bro. He spoke about it. I'm like, dang, Shaq got 4 white women in the crib and ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me get up out of here. Now y'all heard that they said Shaq is behind that club Shay Shay. Some rumor that Shaq was like, I need to get all the dirt on Shannon. So yeah, Jess Hilarious put that out. You're right. Jess said she went to Shaq's house and he had 4 white women in there. So that's what I'm saying. Them rich guys bunny hop, man. Bunny hopping at his finest. Why these celebrities can't control the horn? Bro. It's been like that since way back in the day. They promote that. That's that European culture. You gotta behave masculine. Don't shy from toxicity. They want us to become beta male. Yeah, yes, man. Yeah, bro. But definitely, my goal is to get that finance, go get that finance company up. That'll be dope. Charlie Sheen. That name sound familiar, but I don't. It ain't clicking like that. But they did that boy Shedeur dirty, man. They called Shedeur act like he got drafted. Told that boy, man, you gotta wait a little bit longer. I said, dang, bro. That's that hurt. Imagine you get on your phone, you got everybody record, and like this is the time when I'm finna get drafted. Don't nobody got the number but the NFL team that's finna draft it. You got this number specifically for that. You know the NFL did that. Then Shedeur came out and said, I'm grateful. That's him telling them people, look, man, all right. I took another lashings, man. Man, my charger going in and out. But yeah, fam. I appreciate y'all tapping in. What is in Shedeur's contract? He asking for too much. Everything's set, so you can't really, when you drafted in the NFL no more, you can't really negotiate it's like everything's set. So he ain't gonna be making no real money though. I ain't gonna say it's a lot of money to us, but a 4th round pick, he may get, like $1 million a year type, something like that. But he was making, I think, like he was one of the highest paid NIL players in college. He was making almost like 7, 8, between 7 to 11 million. So now he gonna come to the NFL and make a M. It's like, that's weird. Yeah, it took a while, but I think it's deeper than that, bro. Yeah, $500K a year. You mean $500K a year in the NFL? Yeah, he took a pay cut, bro. So y'all put 4th round. May receive a contract valued at $4.72 million. Yeah, you're right. About $500 a year. He is probably valued at. That's what I'm saying. He gonna be around that. His whole contract, because it's only a 4-year contract. His whole contract is gonna be probably around 500, 700 a year, and he gonna get a signing bonus. They be getting a signing bonus like 800,000, but he was making so much money with NIL. Like, how you go from a top college player making big money with NIL, and then you come to the NFL and you like, you gonna want that NIL money. And they're not gonna be playing him. I think he gonna have to be a backup. He gonna have to like really ball out, but I think they're gonna blackball him, man. Nah, bro, you can't renegotiate your contract until after it's up. 4 years. Like, they can extend it, but you don't have no control. It's like people gonna pay you what you were. But he was eating a good time when the NIL was paying college players money. So it would have probably been better for him to stay in college for 2 or 3 more years. Yeah, them NFL quarterbacks, how much money they make, they getting a quarter billy for like 7-10 years. Like, So he definitely slavery examination, NFL draft are similar. Yep. They analyze you, see your arm length, how fast you can run. It's crazy. It's the same thing, bro. You property, you know. It's the same mechanism, bro. But Shedeur might be hurt on the low, some recent surgery. Yeah, it could be that too. Sometimes they know about your injury history. But man, they prank called that boy. They said, hey man, you gotta wait a little bit longer. If he don't get drafted though, I'm gonna be like, what? Cause it was 4 quarterbacks that went behind him, and I thought that other quarterback, Milroe, I thought he would have been a first round pick, and he wasn't. So we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow gonna tell everything. Work them fields. Dang, work them fields, bruh. It's the same concept, but it's crazy, man. Crazy, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna chop this up, man. I need to get talk about that Centers. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I had to go live today for this too, but I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow and Sunday. Got some couple other videos I want to drop in about black people being taxed the most. We'll bring up the Lauryn Hill and all of those, Wesley Snipes. I got some good content I got coming out. Salute, Aisha. Appreciate you. Always supporting the boy. Shedeur will go to the Jets. Jets? I don't know, bruh. I thought he was gonna go to the Raiders. The Raiders got that other old quarterback, but I can see him going to the Jets, but nobody don't feel that high on him, bro. So they're gonna have him in a backup role. I feel like if they're not high on you right now, they ain't gonna be high on you. You know, he gonna sit and play behind somebody. Yeah, he could probably go ball in Canada. He ain't gonna make too much money though. But we'll see how it play out tomorrow, man. I'm gonna probably do a little something on it tomorrow. But Shedeur Kaepernick. He ain't setting them things like Kaepernick did, bro. He ain't, I can't put him in that. But yeah, they did blackball. I get what you're saying about the blackballing thing. But dang, he ain't did nothing to really be blackballed. He just called himself legendary. That's crazy. But they don't like Deion neither, man. They don't like Deion. So, all right, y'all, man. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all tap in with me tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. I got the video on the taxes, man. Y'all got to check that out. Be looking for that. Shedeur Daddy probably crying right now. He did something. Yeah, he did something, man. Man, sometimes when you got that confidence, you don't be want nobody telling you what to do. You do your own thing, and they don't play by them rules. Slavery rules still in effect. So, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Chavez going in on Deion. Y'all check me tomorrow. I'm going to see when he get drafted. I'm going to do a video on that. Y'all check me. If you have not, only if you want to be about you know, getting some money and bringing some money with a group of people trying to do some big things, you can join us on the Discord. We're trying to build wealth. But I catch y'all in the next video. Salute, peace, love. Like Trev say, man, go get you some money. Peace.